in the streets where the money's hunted by drainages. If it's aimless, ain't a single thing that can change it, I'm changing it. Get your dollar straight and circulate, then gang with it. Aim for your partner, pocket and pop, that's dangerous. If you ain't with it, you throwing off the vibe, and I don't got time for that. It's all about the vibe, all that I got time for. I ain't got the rules, stack with me, don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe, don't waste my time. That's a drip. She in my wrist. That's a freezer. Give me assist. Give me teamwork. Keep it consistent. For the distance.
It's week 13 of the National Football League, and this one features Hunter Henry. He was historic a week ago, surpassing Shannon Sharp's 2002 mark of 214 yards by a tight end. It's the Patriots and the Chargers, and it's all up next.
Well, the radar says the heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the New England Patriots. I'm Brandon Gaudin. He's Charles Davis. Full disclosure, we both have mittens. We both have coats on up here in the booth. This one, it's going to be interesting.
I've got the long johns, the socks, the boots, you name it. You know me in cold weather, we don't get along all that well. But these games are always interesting because you never know how it's going to play out. One slip, someone's going for 80 yards, and you could lose the game.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Here's Darius Davis on the return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's second leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. It's Eckler again. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. This defense for the Patriots, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
And how about that on third down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Herbert on 3rd down now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Running on first down, Eckler. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now it's Herbert. That is caught, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Eckler now between the tackles. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that hole? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Eckler, touchdown, Chargers.
He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So that one, a 13-play drive in total.
And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense.
And leading them out in the 3rd year of a young career out of Alabama, it's Mac Jones.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 26.
The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, it's Stevenson. approaching the 45-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Patriots at 9-2 to start play. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48, a gain of just 1.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them. Because they're really outside of field goal range now. All right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit. But must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. The all-pro return man Marcus Jones deep for New England. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Now Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Throwing Jones. Open man down the field is Henry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now Jones on 1st and 10. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Operating from the gun, Jones. That'll be caught by Parker. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's Stevenson. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal. That's what they wanted out of that 1st down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Ramondre Stevenson, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw here, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Jones throwing on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Looking to throw. Jones. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Now Ryland for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A gain of 3, 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And it is the Jets who have the lead in that one. Garrett Wilson, a touchdown catch from Aaron Rodgers. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Jared Goff. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington Commanders at home at FedEx Field. And that one all even in their matchup with the visiting Dolphins. We saw a solid first half from the Oklahoma man, Ramondre Stevenson. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters. You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these 2 coaching staffs. Plenty of decisions to be made for this second half for sure. And for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys...
Here's a diving catch right side. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. They run once more with Stevenson. call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here we go, get set.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down, and he'll have it by 20 as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. And that's where you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
And able to get this to the 31.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
That's taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Stevenson will take this one in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Ryland on for the extra point.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Returnable here for Davis.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Herbert.
Open man for him. He's got him. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Chargers first down.
Up the middle with Eckler. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's complete to Palmer. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. Nice little juke. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they...
Touchdown! Keenan Allen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So the Patriots coming out now. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down. But if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he will have a Patriots 1st down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And that pickup on the 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. A lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. A give for Stevenson, running right. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Tight end Henry. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. On the handoff, Stevenson. And that should do it. He's got a 1st down, and the Patriots can run it out from here. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Ramondre Stevenson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Herbert and the Chargers down by 2 touchdowns. Just over 1:40 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Herbert. That's caught right side by Palmer. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Herbert to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 18. Herbert. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Ball at the 18-yard line. Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert going to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
One last throw here for Herbert. And this is going to be caught. So a defensive final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
The PAT good. It would draw them closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for New England, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.